Okay.
This is a 1956 Panhead. This at one time, as I understand it, was an Oklahoma police bike. Back in the day, all this stuff was coming up for auction and buried in the backwoods and in the police barns for years. A friend of mine I haven't talked to in many years found this bike. His name's Dave Royal. It's important because Dave Royal and I, at one time, were the only people in the 1980s that had any serious amounts of bikes. He was my main competition. And he's a little older than I am, and evidently a little smarter because he was able to buy some land, namely a huge acreage in Pismo Beach, and made about $2.8 million off of it and retired probably 20 years ago up in Wyoming. And for whatever reason, he decided that he was no longer going to do his bikes. So a lot of people that do this, it's just about the money. For me, it's about the love of the bikes. We get them in, we collect a few, and weed out the rest, and so we can collect a few. Something's got to fund the collection, and that's what we do. But still in Dave Royal's name. It was just two of us at one time back in the 80s, so that's really cool. That one was our bikes. This is an all original bike except for the paint. It's been repainted at one time. Nothing's been restored on the bike. But very cool to have an old repaint. You're gonna have a bike like this today, then a restoration. Just like everybody else says, this is a restoration. They get scared that it's all re-popped. This is an all-wheel bike. It's very correct. Correct under the speedo. Sheet metal, spotlights, it's all correct stuff. Very cool. Of course, they didn't have to do any of the radio stuff or any of that sort of thing. Exactly where in Oklahoma was a police bike, I don't know the history. I don't know how to contact Dave to find out, but we do have the police oil tank and battery box still. Has not run for about 15 years as I understand it. Speedo was showing 13,000 miles. Most likely this is the original Speedo with the bike. Very, very nice shape. So you can see the patina on the bike, but years ago when Dave bought this thing, which would have been in the 80s, an older original paint wasn't as cool as a fresh paint job. So we painted a lot of bikes, especially Panheads. They just weren't worth very much. A cherry, a nice stressed cherry original paint Panhead in the late 80s. Beautiful original paint. It was only $7,500, and they were everywhere. But that was then, and this is now. So, not sure what we're going to do with it yet. A buddy of mine called me. Evidently, his family bought out Dave's stuff 15 years ago and decided not to do anything, and then he got the call. And he called me when his brother decided that he did not this bike anymore. So I went over there and checked it out, and here we are. We give him a nice little panoramic of this bike if you move. All original trim and fenders. So how much Dave changed it besides the paint job, I don't know. Still has the original seat, original coil, original rocker clutch. This is all real stuff, original Speedo cable. So it's very cool just to even get it like this. Bang. I'm real happy with it. Hasn't been ridden since '05. So here we are. We'll do something with it. Very cool bike. All I do is put air in the tires and push it in the shop here. So don't be surprised if you see it running later. But very happy to get it because it's one of Dave's bikes. I really like this bike. A lot of personal history. And, so here we go. Hope you all enjoy the little look, but we just got it. I just pushed it off the trailer here just a few minutes ago. Very cool bike. This here's a Dash 26 accessory. They made these all the way up into the 70s. You can buy these from Harley. You put your spotlights or your ticket book or whatever. Just a mounting bar is what it is. I've got one on my 41, not going to remember. Very cool bike. Really, really happy to get it. Really like this machine. Alright, we'll talk to you next time when we get another bike. It'll all be good.